296 wins against 162 losses in his brilliant Hall of Fame career. 18-7 lifetime against these Colorado Rockies. Last year, he was perfect. He was a perfect 3-0 against the Rocks. With Randy Johnson, you're going to see a fastball, a slider, and a split. And he'll mix the grips with the fastball. And the important thing for us to watch with him tonight is his arm slot. He could never really get into a comfortable arm slot his last outing in Arizona. And because of that, he had poor control with the fastball. And as a result, 3 1/3 innings, he went and he walked 7 Arizona Diamondbacks. So command will be something that the Giants will watch very closely from the big fella tonight.
You know, you want to get back out there after a start like that, and with the off days, I mean, you got to sit on it a little longer.
Well, you kind of need those off days, though, to try and get back to that slot. And, you know, the one thing about Randy Johnson, and you can say this about most great pitchers, is that they have the ability to correct themselves quickly, and they are kind of immune to long slumps because they're not able to get into the slot. And I asked him today how he felt. He says he had a good bullpen. He says he felt good throwing the ball, so he says he doesn't anticipate any problem tonight. Let's take a look at the Corona timeout, and it's all about Randy Johnson and the April and May comparisons from 2007 to 2009. April, well, kind of a slow starter, and that has been his reputation. And again, this year, kind of off to a slow start. But May, he has been fantastic. He kicks it in. He cuts a couple, 2.5 points off his ERA. And look at the walk total, where his command is always a little iffy in April. Not a problem in May. And that is our Corona timeout.
So Dexter Fowler is about ready to face Randy Johnson. And the first pitch of the ball game, as Johnson looks in, he's ready, and it is indeed on its way, and it's bunted foul. 7:17 first pitch. 54 degrees. And we are underway. Nine steals for Dexter Fowler. And it's down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. You saw the umpires. It's Emmel behind home plate. Moser, Hahn, and Dreckman. Hahn is at first, Moser at second, Dreckman at third. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Dexter Fowler. Foul out of play, 1-2.
Fowler's got some tools. I mean, this kid only played a few years in the minor leagues, got as high as AA ball, and he's making the jump from AA to the big leagues. And he's a guy that they're excited about for 2 reasons. 1, he's got great speed, and 2, he's got power. And you don't normally see the same guy have both of those attributes as a player.
And there's that slider that Fowler hadn't seen. He sees it now, and it's the first strikeout. Dexter Fowler in a game this year stole 5 bases. You're going to see 4 of them.
Yeah, he can go. A tall guy, 6'4". But, you start talking about, well, he stole 5 bases, but who was on the mound for the Padres? And it was Chris Young, who at 6'10", one of the slowest guys out of the stretch. So he took advantage of a guy with a slow move. That's what you're supposed to do.
Matt Merton stands in, just called up, and Merton fouls it out of play. We've seen Merton on a number of different teams, and now he's in a Rockies uniform.
By the way, night and day difference with the arm slot for Randy Johnson. I mean, we can say that 6 pitches into the game, the velocity in the fastball is up. He's got the ball down around the knees. It's on top of his slider.
Fastball at 92.
Well, that 0-2 fastball where he back you off the plate, he was not able to do in his last outing in Arizona. I mean, he tried to get it in there, but more often than not, he would miss up and away to right-handers. A lot of pitches out of the strike zone are pitches that really didn't accomplish much.
That slider, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now, he's throwing that slider at 89 miles per hour and the fastball at 93, 94. You know he's got his good stuff.
We have a stiff breeze blowing out to left. Got him.
He is dialed tonight, folks.
And the K's are out, baby.
Just high velocity, late break, and an angle you're just not used to seeing. And for any hitter, even when you make an adjustment with 2 strikes, it's still swing and miss stuff. And at age 45, it's remarkable.
Here's Todd Helton. Helton's had 42 at-bats against Johnson, and that's a strike.
Much different arm slot, a little bit higher. His thumb's a little higher. You can see his forefinger and middle finger a little higher as he's coming through, which makes it easier for his hand to get on top. You know, you talk baseball with this guy, and he's so smart. He doesn't miss anything on the field. Reminds me a whole lot of Steve Carlton.
1-2.
At the locker next to Steve Carlton when I played with the Phillies in 1982, and it was just I learned so much about a lot of things from him, and Randy Johnson's the same way.
Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ask Randy, how long you want to play? He says, I don't know. He says, I just love playing baseball. And then, I mean, that's the bottom line. He's 45. He's taken great care of himself his whole career, and he loves to play the game of baseball. It's that simple.
And looks mighty fine in a Giants uniform.
I might say.
Mighty fine. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Up and in. That was a slider, 3-2.
That's the first pitch he kind of got underneath. And I think he was sort of reaching back, trying to pop that one a little extra hard. And that, at times will happen. And you throw that and fly that front shoulder open, you drag. First time he's done that tonight.
Payoff pitch to Helton, and he strikes out the side. Giants are coming up. Rowan, Lewis in the 6th slot, Ishikawa, Burris, and Johnson to round it out.
All right, let's take a look at the Rockies' defense. It'll be Merton, Fowler, Spielborgs. That's your outfield. Tulowitzki and Atkins on the left side with Barmas and Helton on the right side. And Chris Iannetta will be putting the fingers down for Ubaldo Jimenez tonight. Jimenez, 6'4", 200-pounder out of the Dominican Republic. 25 years old in his 2nd year at the big league level, and he can have some pretty electric stuff. We've seen him at times hit velocities in the high 90s.
I think he's scary wild right now.
He's had a problem with command. And right out of bed, 98 just to stay in shape. Let's take a look at the numbers. 1-3 in 4 starts, 7.58 ERA. And look at the walks. He's allowed 40 base runners in 19 innings, and that's too many.
Well, Well, he took a little off and found the strike zone at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. Renteria and then Pablo Sandoval. Swing and a miss, 1-2. And that's back up to 99. Randy Wynn has watched his average plummet. He's now at 221. And that pitch is in tight.
4 pitches, all fastballs. The troops are up on the top step.
He had a stretch, Randy Wynn did, where he went 1 for 26, and that's to his back foot.
Do not hit that back leg.
No.
Just a game on Wednesday with a Charlie horse hit him right on the left, just on the left quad above the knee. And here,
it's a magnet.
It's amazing. When you've got a little bruise, that ball will find you.
Got him. That's the problem with being a little wild and all over the place. A guy like Jimenez is just capable of making the perfect pitch at the wrong time for the hitter.
This is the wrong time. Locks him up with 97-mile-per-hour gas on the inside corner at the knees. A little front door sinker. And that's the thing about Jimenez. I mean, he can have electric stuff. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup, and they could all be above average. All swing and miss type pitches. Just the consistency is what he's always lacked.
Here's Edgar Renteria hitting .275, a couple of home runs, 11 driven in. Renteria taking a couple of pitches to gauge the velocity from Ubaldo Jimenez. Renteria 6 for 9 on the homestand. On the ground to third. Atkins, a couple of steps to his left, 2 outs. Here's Pablo Sandoval, who left the ball game on Wednesday. Had a little bit of a groin problem. Bruce Bochy, after the game, said he thought that Sandoval was going to be okay to play on Friday night, and so far so good. Sandoval has faced Jimenez 3 times in his career. He's 0 for 3, and here he pops the first pitch out of play.
Well, if you're at the ballpark tonight, you got a heck of a chance of getting a foul ball. The inclement weather has kept a few people in the local taverns around the ballpark. I think they're waiting for it to be officially dry.
Plus, a lot of people will sit underneath in case it starts to rain. And underneath is not foul ball territory.
Nope.
One ball and 1 strike. Inside again, 2-1.
100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Sandoval out into Triple's alley. And this one's going to fall. Sandoval is digging for 3. And he's going to make it. Little Panda matches Big Panda.
If you had any concerns about the groin, put him to rest. You're right. He saw Benji Molina hit a triple figure, and you know what? I can do that too. And he goes down and he just spanks this like a changeup right down there, shoot top high, middle end. And he finds Triple Alley. And any other ballpark, that's a round tripper. Not a night that you would think would favor the hitters at all. So Little Panda gets a triple. And here comes Big Money.
Big Money's 2 for 11 lifetime against Jimenez. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. So the first hit of the ball game is a triple by Pablo Sandoval. Paul Emmel gets the honors behind home plate.
now, Ubaldo Jimenez has got to be a nightmare to catch. And with the runner at third base right now, Chris Iannetta is not too comfortable. That I can promise you.
2-1 as it just missed the outside corner. 2 strikes. Benji Molina swings at that. There's a little pop-up. Tulowitzki is coming in. And they'll end the inning. Giants strand 1. We will head to the second inning. It's 0-0. TV, it'll be Matt Cain against Jason Marquis. And then on Sunday, come on out. It'll be a 1:05 start. Barry Zito against Jason Hamill. There are tickets available. Go to sfgiants.com or call 877-4-SFG-TICKS. Good time to see these Giants who are playing very good baseball, especially at home. As Garrett Atkins takes the pitch outside. So Cain and Zito, remember tomorrow, no TV. Come on out. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Atkins, is low, 2-0. Atkins, Spilborz, and Tulowitzki. Inning number 2. Ball back. I was on the bridge at 3:30. And it was like opening day. I didn't think there was any chance this game was going to be played. I didn't think it opening day, and I didn't think it tonight, and here we are.
Well, it's also a game that if you're in the dugout, everybody's saying try and score some runs early.
That's right.
Because there is a threat of rain all around.
There's a foul down the right field line. Two and 2 to Garrett Atkins. Atkins does have a career home run off of Johnson. He's 4 for 14. Got him. That's 4 strikeouts in a row.
All swinging. Giants Baseball is brought to you by Verizon Wireless, America's largest mobile-to-mobile calling family. Verizon.
Randy Johnson fell behind 2-0 to Atkins. He comes back to strike him out. And here's Ryan Spilborz. No Matt Holliday, and it seems weird. Foul back. Holliday, of course, across the bay with the A's. The A's are playing in Seattle tonight. Hit his first home run of the year yesterday.
it is a different-looking team without Holiday out there. That is an understatement.
Remember we used to say, well, doesn't he ever take a day off?
But if you think they're going to lack offensive pop with him being gone, think again. Well, think about the Colorado Rockies. They always have hitters.
Good pitch, 0-2.
Well, that's the pitch right there. I mean, to be able to go in there and just plant that inside fastball, nobody's even getting a swing on it. Pow, just lock it in. And he was without that pitch in his entire outing in Arizona. So
got him. That's 5 strikeouts in a row.
This is unbelievable. Why not? He went right back in there, hit Molina right between the knees, and plate umpire Paul Himmel says, looks pretty good from here. See ya. Grab some pine, meat.
Here's Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki's numbers right at 200. He got off to a very slow start last year. And he hits a bullet foul.
He likes that first pitch. Tulowitzki is one of those guys that you could throw him 60-mile-an-hour curveballs all day long, establish nothing but slow stuff in his mind, try and sneak 196-mile-an-hour fastball by, and he'll square you up.
0-1 to Tulowitzki. 0-2 to Tulowitzki.
That's a rough strike right there.
That's where you break both ankles.
Break both ankles and blow out a knee. And that is just a hard breaking slider at a high velocity. And you break a hitter, a big league hitter, a good big league hitter down like that, that's late movement.
Hit to left. In the park. Lewis, side retired. 6 up, 6 down. Aaron Rowan will lead things off.
Our Ford quality drive of the game, Ubaldo Jimenez on the mound tonight for the Rockies is famous here in San Francisco, but infamous in Colorado, as he is the man who yielded Barry Bonds' last home run, September 5th, 2007, number 762 at Coors Field, a 2-run homer. And guys, you know it only may be his last home run. As you know, he said he's not retired, guys.
Thanks, Amy. Here's Aaron Rowan, Fred Lewis, Travis Ishikawa, and Rain. And Rowan swings and misses 0-1.
So, hey, he's only been in the big leagues a year and a half, and already he's a great trivia question answer. Ubaldo Jimenez, the last pitcher to give up a home run to Barry Bonds.
Rowan takes a strike after swinging and missing. Very close, 1-2.
It's a pretty good 0-2 pitch right there. I mean, as far as paralysis fastballs and an 0-2 count go, that was perfect.
Two and two. Fred Lewis on deck, and then Travis Ishikawa. Sandoval with a triple in the first, the only hit in the game. Got him.
Slider, rough call right there. I think that 0-2 fastball is a better pitch than that slider. Well, Giants baseball is brought to you by Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friends. Please enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Here's Fred Lewis. Fred Lewis hitting .299. He's got 1 RBI. And he takes a first pitch strike. Lewis 1 for 12 on the homestand, so it's been a rough one for him. Slowly hit, and it's going to be a base hit. Helton and Jimenez caught between a rock and a hard place.
Well, when you're coming out of a slump, I mean, these are the kind of hits right here that you're not used to. This is kind of a defensive breakdown break for Fred Lewis. You don't give me any I got it, you take it's in the infield, but that's one of them. And with Fred Lewis's speed, you don't have a lot of time to make a decision. Let's watch Fred roll. And hitters can sniff a hit. They always can get down that line quicker.
Here's Travis Ishikawa. Ishikawa, with the Giants facing a couple of lefties, only has had a couple of at-bats on this homestand. He's 2 for 2.
It takes him a while to get out of the box. He's got kind of a big backswing.
And Lewis may be thinking about going.
They're telling us on the truck that he was 4-1 down the line, and when you consider the amount of backswing that he had trying to get unwound and going down that line, that's good speed.
Lewis does have 1 steal on the year. He's also been thrown out. This one is hit into right center field, and it is off the very top of the wall. They're going to wave in Lewis. He's going to score 1-0 Giants. Ishikawa missed it by a foot.
Well, I don't think he can hit the ball any harder than that. Let's just give you an idea as to how this ballpark can take the heart out of a hitter. You hit this thing, everything you got back spinning, and still you need another couple of feet to get it over the wall.
Well, that's through the rain. It's through the wind is really not going to help it. It's going to help it if it's hit to left field, but it's going to cut it up a little bit going into right center. Here's Emmanuel Burris, and Burris fouls it back.
Ishikawa's starting to get hot. Just a nice little load. And look at the knob lead before. He was hooking a little bit. Now he's inside the ball here. He gets good backside into the swing. And on a night that is not made for hitting, he crushed that one.
Burris holds up. No swing. 1 ball and 1 strike. Burris at 182 with 4 runs batted in. 2 for 10 on the homestand. He's faced Jimenez 4 times, and he's 0 for 4.
I think too about Ishikawa's swing. He started to keep that back shoulder a little bit higher.
There's a strike. It's 1-2.
Nasty pitch right there.
Burris's problems really have come from the left side. He's 12 for 66. Nice play by Iannetta. 2-2. Randy Johnson is standing in the on-deck circle.
The double play. Great name for a boat. Tonight is the Beer Can Regatta. A lot of boats, a lot of sailboats out in the cove right now. The McCovey Cove.
Three and two.
The Beer Can Regatta will end up here in McCovey Cove. So this is all post-race right now. They're kind of catching their breath before they head back to the yacht club.
3-2 to Emmanuel Burris. On the ground for Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki, who's got that great arm, throws out Burris. 2 outs, and here's Randy Johnson. Big unit is 0 for 6 on the season.
I think Troy Tulowitzki could give you a pretty good argument about having the best arm. Well, we've been talking about Rafael Furcal, the shortstop for the Dodgers, having the best arm as a shortstop in the game. But if these two got into a rock fight, it'd be pretty much even.
Yeah. I'd take Sean Dunston, even at his age right now.
Yeah, what is he, like 68 years old now?
Yeah, let her rip.
Yeah, still throws good BP.
Johnson takes high. 1 ball and no strikes.
So most guys get out of the game and they throw batting practice from 40 feet. Not Dunston. He throws it from 120 feet.
He's at second base. 2 balls and no strikes.
Randy Johnson taking all the way.
Randy Johnson could duck, get in a crouch, and strike zone would still be huge.
At 6'10", it's impossible to duck a pitch. Impossible.
There's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike.
He might take another one. The reputation for Jimenez of late has been that he is wild and he's all over the place. Corn dogs, whether you want them or not.
2-1 pitch to Johnson is swing and a miss. 2-2. Whatever this guy's selling, these girls think it's funny.
Corn dog.
No, they said, you got a picture of it? And they said, sure, right here. Oh, well, they're having a good time. That's all you can ask for. 2-2 pitch to Johnson. And Johnson out swinging. Giants pick up a run on 2 hits. After 2, it's 1-0 Giants.
Corn dog. The Giants would go on to win. In fact, they would win 4 in a row, and they would turn the mighty Cleveland Indians back. And that is your Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
That's a pretty good play.
Fantastic.
Chris Iannetta will lead things off. Iannetta, Barmas, Jimenez. 1-0 Giants on a rainy night in San Francisco. Down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Johnson with 5 strikeouts. Swing and a miss, 1-1. What was that?
Fastball? Yeah. But you know what he does, though? I mean, he is really good with mixing movement by just changing the grip on the fastball.
This has popped up. In the rain, it's going to be Ishikawa. Ishikawa doing a little bit of a dance. I'll let you finish your point, but just how you saw that ball move Ishikawa towards second base gives you an idea which way the wind is blowing.
Right across the field from first base out to left field. But Randy Johnson, I mean, it's really interesting to listen to him talk about his craft. I mean, he understands movement. He understands upsetting the timing of hitters. But it all gets back to one thing. You have to have command. And early on, you know, he's had problems getting into that consistency where he has his rhythm and he's in command of his rhythm. But tonight it has not been a problem.
Barmas hitting .259. Takes the pitch outside to even the count.
Says he does not spend a lot of time dwelling on a start, whether it's a good start or a bad start. He simply gets ready mentally for the next start.
Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Such a great lesson. I mean, if you have a bad start, it's so easy to overanalyze.
Foul back.
And if you have a good start, you know, a lot of guys, they have a tendency to sort of take things easy getting ready for the next start. And a lot of coaches will tell you that success can be just as dangerous as failure at this level. You've got to be able to maintain consistency in your work habits, on your approach. And if you watch this guy, you have no idea, if you watch him work day to day, what he did in his last start, because it's always the same.
2-2.
And I think perhaps that is what has enabled him to pitch for so long. I mean, at age 45, he's still a power arm. His 21st year at the big league level. Remarkable career.
And the 2-2 offering to Barmas. And Barmas skies it to left. Two outs. And here's Jimenez.
And this has been a hot Rocky team. I mean, their key guys are swinging the bats well. Garrett Atkins started swinging the well. You mentioned how hot Todd Helton was. And they're starting to score some runs collectively as a group. Dexter Fowler, the rook, has kind of been the surprise of the National League West. He's been very offensive. And he went right through the first 8 guys. Right through them. Struck out 5 of the first 8.
Well, once he established that slider. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jimenez on the year is 1 for 2. Chop foul, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, the guy who hangs the K's out there in right field is getting ready.
Think he's got it out of the bag?
Oh, yeah. I'd like to know what pitchers collectively are hitting lifetime against Randy Johnson. That would be very interesting to see.
1-2 pitch. By the bag, Renteria, end of inning. Put that K back. 9 up, 9 down, 1-0 Giants.
story goes is a long time ago, some kid had a no-hitter, and he was so locked up into the game he didn't even know it. And somebody walked up to him and said, hey, you know you got a no-hitter. The next guy up, he gives up a hit. And just the fact that he knew it was a no-hitter took him completely out of his rhythm, out of his concentration. So a tradition started, and it kind of carried on through baseball, that in the dugout, if there's a no-hitter going, nobody says a word. But it really doesn't apply to broadcasters because they can't hear us.
Our job is to provide information. Here's Randy Wynn, who struck out in the first inning. And he takes the first pitch down low.
But I think it's something that you have to, like, allude to or mention. Don't dwell on it. But I think as a listener, you have to know that it's going down. It's no fun to pick it up in the ninth. I think you have to have anticipation after the sixth. That's when it starts. But in respect of that tradition, from our perspective, we don't have to sit here and just start harping on it.
Out of play. I mean, you'd have to find some people out there that have a problem with it and ask them if we were to say, Randy Johnson. Let me use somebody else as an example. Barry Zito is not allowed a hit. So if you said that he's got a no-hitter go, people can interpret it any way they want. 2-2.
Well, we as baseball fans are definitely a superstitious bunch. I can't tell you how many times we've changed pencils up here to start a rally, or how many times we've worn the same shoes to the ballpark because they've won consecutive games in a row. We all do it.
Underwear?
Oh, yeah. No exception. Eating the same thing for breakfast.
Randy Wynn got a piece of it.
And I think that's kind of what unites all of us together that root for the same team, especially when they get hot and they're in a pennant race.
Well, it's an everyday sport. If you played once a week, maybe you wouldn't have so many weird things going on that you felt made a difference. And another foul ball off the shin guard of Ionetta. I'll give you one quick story. I've told you this before. Cannot remember the player's name in Cleveland, but from his house to the ballpark and the ballpark home, he only would take right turns in his car. Ball 4.
Good at that. Well, how do you get to work? Well, a reminder to check out Chronicle Live, presented by Autotrader.com, tonight right after Sportsnet Central, and you'll see it right here in Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. You get a chance to talk to Sharks head coach Todd McClellan. Oh, and our old pal Ted Robinson, who is now the 49ers voice and will do radio play-by-play for the 49ers next year. He'll be joining. So check it all out. Come see Papa weeknights at 5 and 11. Check out the Chronicle Live.
Todd McClellan as Renteria bluffs a bunt. Comcast Sportsnet California tonight at 12. You can also see Chronicle Live. They had a great year, fizzled at the end, but a terrific season.
Yeah, they really did. Nice job, Coach.
Yeah, way to go. 1 ball and no strikes to Renteria. 2-0.
What's it like playing behind a guy that is wild?
Same as is like hitting. Very uneasy. You're in no rhythm at all. You don't know if he's going to throw a strike. You don't know if the hitter's going to put it in play. 3 balls and no strikes.
And you don't know if the catcher asks for an outside location, you're going to get that outside location. It's an absolute nightmare to catch a guy who isn't where it's going.
Plus, as I mentioned in the Randy Wynn first at bat, he might just throw a nasty pitch on a 3-2 count. Now, that should have been right down the middle of the plate, and he's just having a hard time. Well, fans, be sure to join the Giants for Asian Heritage Week. This party runs from May 11th through the 15th and celebrates Indian, Chinese, Korean, and Japanese cultures. Each special event ticket gives fans a unique giveaway items, a Lucille Lion Dancer bobblehead, For tickets, call 415-972-2298.
Well, the last time Pablo Sandoval stepped up the first inning with 2 outs, he got this fastball, or maybe even a changeup down and in, and put a jolt in it over the head of Ryan Spilborghs, and then it was off to the races. He went up with a stand-up triple, and he has been hot, folks.
And no strikes.
As soon as he got a little better definition of the strike zone and started swinging at better pitches, his average has spiked 80 points.
Sandoval with a good swing and a foul back. Sandoval. Molina on deck. Sandoval fouls another one back. Now that pitch was out of the strike zone. It's 1-2.
You have to play straight away when a guy's scuffling with his command. You cannot load one side of the defense, and that's exactly how the Rockies have them.
Runners go, or Randy Wynn goes, and he's going to steal it as Sandoval is out swinging.
Well, that stolen base is huge because the strikeout basically becomes forgiven in that he was able to move up 90 feet and set up the runner at third, less than 2 out. But right now, we're going to check out our Chevron unsurpassed performance. On Wednesday against the Dodgers, Benji Molina hit the 5th triple of his career. Second game of his career that he had a triple and a home run. As he homered later on in that same game. But he lit this crowd up with the 3-bagger. That's our Chevron unsurpassed performance.
Molina swings and misses 0-1. RBI opportunity. It's at third. This has been a bit problematic for the Giants.
Yeah, this is the one at bat in April that they did not do well in. Situational runner at third, less than 2 outs.
Molina leads this team with 18 runs batted in. And he fouls it back. It's 0-2. Molina popped out to Tulowitzki in the first. What teams try to do with Benji Molina in a strikeout situation is they will test him to see how far he will swing at breaking balls or fastballs away.
Like that.
He's got an incredible reach to at least foul pitches off.
The other thing, too, about a guy like Ubaldo Jimenez, who's struggling with his command, is that, you know, the longer the at-bat goes, the more likely he is to give you a good pitch to hit.
Renteria goes, and Molina fouls it out of play.
I like that. Bruce Bochy trying to put Edgar Renteria in motion, knowing that he has no speed in the batter's box with Molina. If you move Renteria and you get the ground ball off the bat of Molina, then you can eliminate the chance of the double play.
Out of play. He will do this all night long. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a double bluff.
2-2, I don't think it's a good count for that. 3-1, 3-2. Anytime you have a running count, it's a better time to do that.
Benji almost swung at it. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hey, you got to be aggressive in this situation. Come on.
Renteria goes. We're going to drive to right. Randy Wynn is tagging. Here's Spilborghs. His throw is on line. Not in time. Good throw. Good slide. 2-0 Giants.
Well, that's the big leagues right there. I mean, that's one tremendous throw from Ryan Spilborghs. I mean, off the crack of the bat, I'm thinking no chance. They might try and throw to first. But Spilborghs says, I don't think so. And he uncorks a seed. And only the good speed of Randy Wynn and a nice slide prevents the out at home. So good at bat.
19th RBI for Benji Molina. And here's Aaron Rowan with 2 outs.
Boy, and between Brad Hopp, who's not playing tonight because Randy Johnson, the lefty's pitching, between Hopp and Spilborghs, who's got the better arm?
Yeah, I know.
And Hopp's got a cannon. And you just saw Spilborghs.
Look out. In tight. Rowan struck out looking in the second. Rowan up the middle. Tulowitzki has it. He will backhand it to Barmes to end the inning. Giants pick up a run without a hit. Head to the 4th, 2-0.
Time for our Firestone leaderboard and heading in the right direction. That's right. Look at the Giants' last 3 months. August of last year went 15-14, had a 500 in September, and this year a 500. Prior to that, the Giants had 5 straight losing months. So, Giants putting on a good April considering they had a 2-7 start.
Dexter Fowler takes a strike. He struck out in the first inning. First 5 Rockies struck out. On the ground foul, 0-2. Fowler, Sherholtz, teammates on the baseball Olympic team last year. Matt Merton to follow, and then Todd Helton. Outside, 1-2.
Little paralysis fastball attempt.
Umbrellas are to play with. Inside 2 and 2. Whatever works.
Oh, yeah.
Not enough from too much dad, not enough umbrella.
He pulls it off, though.
Got him.
All right. Can you name the two pitchers with 15 or more career wins versus the Rockies? This is our Aflac trivia question, and we'll let you think about that a little bit for a while. Too much body and not enough umbrella. That's a good one.
Look at the hand. It is like engulfs the entire handle of the umbrella. Here's Matt Merton. Out of play, 0-1.
Ooh, nice play in the stands.
But that is a cutie, folks. Yeah. Somebody made a nice play. She applauded.
Yep. That's a good dad right there.
Yep. Dad gave the big umbrella to other members of the family. No balls and 1 strike. Merton pops it up. Ishikawa or Burris? Who's it going to be? It should be Burris. And Burris, with a major battle on his hands, makes the catch. Ishikawa had no chance.
Well, as you pointed out earlier, when the pop-up or fly ball goes to the right side of the field on its descent, it will get carried. It'll drift across the field from the right field foul line out towards the left field wall. And watch as Emmanuel Burris has to wrestle this one down.
He threw that glove up at the last second.
There's nothing easy about that play. No. Nice pick.
Yeah, that's when you look at your double play partner and you say or think, okay, I don't want any more of those tonight. Helton takes a pitch that could have been called a strike. 1 ball and no strikes. Just a bit outside, 2-0. Helton struck out in the first inning. Three and 0.
Ooh. Randy Johnson thought he had a strike right there.
I think he thought he had one on the last pitch, too. He almost got his hands on his hips. I'm not sure he's digging it.
Well, that's an umpire's first warning. They'll put the hands on the hips. Second warning is they take the mask off.
Yep.
And that's the only 2 warnings you get.
3 and 2.
Nice slider.
Helton doesn't know what is coming now. On the ground up the middle. Can Burris get to it? He can only knock it down, and Helton's got a base hit.
Looked like it hit the lip of the outfield grass and came up a bit on him. Just kind of muscled the ground ball, didn't get all of it, but that's where it comes up.
I think you're right. And that's the thing about that lip. You never know.
And they work on the lip every day. I mean, they roll it. I mean, they know that it's an easy thing to have a problem with, and they're trying to combat it. But that time,
yeah, I mean, every ballpark is going to have a lip. As this is skied into shallow right field, Randy Wynn is going to take care of it, and that ends the inning. So the Rockies pick up a base hit, and the Giants lead 2-0.
hope that they enjoyed it, guys, because starting tonight they play 17 games in a row. Let's go up to you.
All right, Amy. 4 days off in April. It's gonna catch up to you somewhere on the schedule. It's like the 18 home games for the Diamondbacks. Somewhere down the road, you're going to be away from your own park for a while. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Lewis. And Lewis hits a slow tapper. And Jimenez makes a nice play and throws him out.
Well, as Fred Lewis heads back to the Giants dugout, what do you say we ask and answer our Aflac trivia question? The question tonight: can you name the two pitchers with 15 or more career wins versus the Rockies? Our survey said, well, how about a couple of future Hall of Famers? Randy Johnson, Greg Maddux? And nobody has owned him more than the big unit. 18-7 lifetime. Most wins by an opponent, and he's been hard on these Rockies.
Ishikawa with a double off the top of the wall in the second. 2 balls and no strikes.
I mean, right now, Jimenez is not trying to throw to a corner. He's just trying to throw it right down the dish. Like that.
3-1.
And the problem is, when you get to that point, I mean, you're so frustrated because you can't count on your release point to put you to a good location. If he throws a good location pitch, it's a mistake. The other thing, too, is you look at his velocities on his fastball. Some are 92, some are 96, some are 99. When you're at a good release point, you have more of a consistency to your volume.
Out of play.
It is not a fit night out for man or beast. Damp.
Ishikawa shoots it straight back. But anytime's a good time for a beverage.
Absolutely. It's good beverage drinking weather.
It's like ice fishing. Got him. Late call by
Himmel had to think about it.
Tune in to Bay Area's #1 rated 11 p.m. newscast, NBC Bay Area tonight at 11. And wake up with traffic and weather on NBC Bay Area weekday morning starting at 4:30 a.m. So if I said fourth every morning at 4:30 a.m., that would be redundant. As Burris wants it foul.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's all about communication. I was right with you on that. Yeah. I knew what you were talking about.
Burris bounced out to short. Burris skies this one into left center field. Fowler puts it away, and it's the first 1-2-3 inning for Ubaldo Jimenez. 2-0 Giants.
join the Giants as they head north to Seattle for an interleague matchup with the Mariners May 22nd, 3rd, and 4th. Memorial Day weekend. And the trip will include 2 nights accommodations at the Grand Hyatt, Seattle, the official team hotel of the Giants. Exclusive Giants event with select players and team personnel. Game tickets to all 3 games at Safeco Field. Giants Vacation Road Trip Fleece Sweatshirt. So check it out. Call 1-800-670-0858 or you can visit sfgiants.com/Giants Vacation. So we hope that you will be there with us in Seattle. And we can have a beverage. But don't forget your umbrella.
We have tiny umbrellas here tonight. I guess we're used to the golf umbrellas, which can cover a state.
I'm all about the golf umbrella. Not a problem with that.
Ryan Spilbors will lead things off. Just an umbrella for 2. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Spilbors struck out in the 2nd. Sweeps in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tulowitzki and then Iannetta. On the ground towards the hole. Renteria on the backhand. Tough time getting out of his glove, but they got him. Plus, you always got that chance you're picking up a wet ball.
Oh, it's got to be wet tonight.
And then you got to re-grip it, and maybe that's what Renteria did.
Well, are you thinking about all these things?
Absolutely. And right now, so it could have been.
I mean, he definitely had an extra shuffle step, kept his balance. I mean, that's really a pretty good tip for young players. Didn't cross his legs, stayed with a little shuffle step. His feet were good. That enabled him to make the play.
Up the middle, Renteria can't get it, and that's a base hit. A 1-out single for Tulowitzki.
Boy, he loves that first pitch.
He does. And with that, they'll throw every ball now that at least gets to the outfield, they'll throw out.
I think they're laughing about their umbrella.
I think they're laughing because that guy with the corn dog just walked by. With a big picture here. You want one of these?
That sounds pretty good. I'm buying. You want a corn dog?
I am not a corn dog guy. Swing and a miss. I like them separate. I like corn and I like dogs.
There's the corn dog guy. He's got a great line, though. Yo! Want a corn dog?
This is what they look like. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
If you had to sell something at a ballpark, what would you want to sell?
Popcorn.
You must have thought that through. You answered that way too quickly.
I would, whatever I made, I would eat the profits. There's the corn dog guy. 0-2 pitch. On the ground, foul. But it had to be something that's not very heavy.
Yeah, popcorn or cotton candy. I'm with you on that.
This guy here.
Yeah, that's not very heavy. I can handle that.
But he can't be out in the rain.
That's true. If rain gets a hold of that guy, he'd be selling cotton candy wad balls.
Couldn't do the hot chocolate. Although tonight, you're going to do well if you're the hot chocolate guy.
Oh, yeah.
0-2 to Iannetta. There's the popcorn guy.
That's light, easy on the feet. Not a problem. You can walk in the rain. Good in cold weather, good in hot weather.
Cover your boiler.
Cover your boiler. You got it going if you're the popcorn guy.
0-2.
Got him. Nasty slider. Randy Johnson's putting on a clinic tonight, folks. And we are privileged to watch it. just late breaking, explosive, high velocity nastiness, and strikeout number 7. Well, Giants Baseball is brought to you by Corona. This Cinco de Mayo, be sure to grab some ice-cold Corona or Corona Light, the perfect holiday for Mexico's favorite beer. Relax responsibly.
Barmes takes low and away. Barmes hit a fly ball to left field in the 3rd inning. 2-0 Giants. 5th inning. Runner goes, and the throw is high, and it'll be a steal.
Boy, Tulowitzki had a super jump.
Well, I mean, now you got a base open.
You try to get the key, if you're a base runner at first base, of a left-handed pitcher that tips you as to when he's going to go home and when he's going to go first. And obviously, Tulowitzki's got it. Because as soon as he saw what he was looking for, that in his mind he was convinced Randy Johnson was going home, he was gone.
Yeah, and Benji's got a beef with Emil. Benji thought he was interfered with. 1 ball and 1 strike to Barmes. Low 2-1.
Now let's watch Benji Molina as he comes out.
I don't know if it was the bat that he thought may have interfered with him, or.
I mean, it looked to me like Barmes was backing off the play.
He had a long discussion with Emil. 2-2.
They are not picking up that ball out of his release. They're just not seeing it. Because I can't remember the last time we've seen this many Rocky hitters take fastballs for strikes.
Two and 2. Tulowitzki goes, swinging a foul back.
Randy Johnson has been in command of his stuff since the first pitch of this game. And you think back to his last outing in Arizona when he had 7 walks and really labored with the control of his fastball throughout his outing. It has not been the case at all tonight. 66 pitches, 2 outs here in the 5th. He's been in a nice arm slot the whole game. And his velocity with all his pitches has been very crisp. And his command has been outstanding.
Fouled at the plate.
When he's wanted to come inside, it's been automatic. And that's one pitch he just did not make consistently, if at all, in his last outing. But, again, he's got such a great outlook following an outing, regardless of how he does. He does not spend a lot of time on it. He doesn't dwell on the win. He doesn't dwell on the loss. He simply gets back into his routine to get ready for his next outing. Obviously, what he accomplished when he threw on the side solved the problem of the bad arm slot that he had in his last outing, because it has not been an issue tonight.
Pulls it into the Giants' dugout, where it rattles around it, which Brochi had to duck. This will be the 8th pitch coming up. Hey, when you're on a date, remember, you hold the umbrella.
I don't know about that one. I might have to get wet.
Got him. 8 strikeouts for the big unit. It's 2-0 Giants. As the rain departs for a little while, Randy Johnson will lead things off. Johnson, and then the top of the order, Randy Wynn.
Well, the one thing that you wanted to get, if you're Bruce Bochy, was 5 innings in with a lead, and Randy Johnson has given his skipper that.
The biggest fear, and you talked about it, is this game going 2 innings, and then you waste Randy Johnson.
Yeah. You know, I don't think it was that easy of a storm to predict. There was a lot of swirling moisture around the Bay Area, and little pockets of rain came in. They went out. But the game started on time, despite a pretty consistent drizzle.
Well, there's Weatherman, and then there's George Costa. And he is dialed.
The ace in the hole.
You want to know what the weather is around here? Just ask George Costa. The 2-2 pitch to Randy Johnson is fouled out of play.
George is the senior vice president of ballpark operations
and weather.
And he is like weather guru.
Yeah. When we're going on a vacation in the off season, wherever, Virgin Islands, Hawaii, I always call George. Johnson keeps this one in play, but it's popped up to help him. 1 out.
When your dad's planting soybeans, he calls George Costa.
George Costa. No, I can't go that far. Like I said, when you bring your date, you hold the umbrella.
Well, I always thought when you bring your date, you made sure you covered her up. That was the #1 priority.
What? This young lady's right shoulder is exposed? You got a problem?
He doesn't.
Plus, he dropped it a yawn. It was perfect.
Yeah, amazing. They have hit the comfort zone.
Outside and high to Randy Wynn. When you bring your daughter, you hold the umbrella.
Yeah, that's awesome. Your daughters will make you carry some funky umbrellas, let me tell you right now. And you don't care.
You don't care. Randy Wynn is 0 for 1. He struck out in the first, drew a walk in the third, and scored. Pops this one to left field. It's Matt Merton who now comes in. 2 outs.
Well, a reminder that Sportsnet Central will be on tonight at 10:30. You can catch it on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. You'll get in-depth sports news for the Bay Area fan. Tonight, you'll get a Giants wrap-up. You'll get an A's Mariners wrap-up, and you'll also get NBA and NHL coverage, so check it out. After the game, Sportsnet Central, 10:30 on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area.
Edgar Renteria 0 for 1. Renteria on the ground to second. Marmas has it. That will end the inning. So Jimenez has settled down. He's retired 7 in a row. It's 2-0 Giants. Giants on top 2-0. Is Randy Johnson facing Jimenez, and the first pitch is low and away. Jimenez bounced out to Edgar Renteria to end the third. 2 balls and no strikes. Two and one, only 5 hits in the game. Giants have 3 hits. The 2-1 pitch to Jimenez off the end of the bat, foul. 2-2. Padres and Dodgers are in the 6th inning, and it's 0-0. I think Johnson got tired of Jimenez, and he said, all right, I'm going to make you wait.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Three and 2.
I tell you what, he's not missing by much, and in his mind, he's making the pitch he wants.
Well, this has to be a strike, and he knows it. And it's on the ground to Renteria. And Renteria just hung in there on that ground ball.
Well, it is the 6th inning. Now it's time for the Coors Light freeze cam. We're going to go back to an at-bat that Travis Ishikawa had back in the 2nd inning. He hits a double, and I'm telling you, it's 1 foot from going out of here. And in his mind, when he left the batter's box, he thought that bad boy was in the bleachers. That's our Coors Light freeze cam, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
So did I.
So did I. He striped that thing.
Dexter Fowler is struck out twice. At the knees, 0-1. Pulled foul, and now Sandoval can back up at third. No balls and 2 strikes. Remember, day game tomorrow. No TV. Just go to sfgiants.com. Come on out to the ballpark. It'll be a good day for the Giants and Rockies as Fowler takes one close, 1-2.
That's the setup pitch for the slider down and in. And really, it sets up a lot of things. When you throw the paralysis fastball out of way, a lot of guys will swing at it. Some umpires call it. I mean, perhaps it's a bit high, but you can go right back there, same location, same pitch. You can go above the hands fastball, down at the back foot with a slider.
Rowan's coming in. Burroughs is going out. And for Fowler, it's a base hit. And Fowler trying to deke Rowan into throwing behind him, and Rowan wasn't biting. If Rowan throws to first, Fowler standing on second.
Well, Fowler is a good base stealer. Here in a 2-strike, it's a right off the end of the bat. Throws a little grenade out there. And here's where he tries to get the throw behind him from Rowan, but Rowan just kind of looks him back. But count on him going early right now against Randy Johnson.
Merton is struck out and he's popped out. Only been caught 1 time, Dexter Fowler.
The Giants using the technique of holding the runner on while off the bag. And I've never really been a big advocate of that, simply because when you throw to first base, you're always going to be thrown to a moving target.
You see the stolen base leaders, and Fowler has the 9. So it's 0-1. I'm assuming, Mike, the advantage is you get to cut off a little bit more of that hole.
Well, it is, and it's going to get you into a more of a balanced setup position prior to the pitch, but still, I mean, when you're moving back to the bag, you have to find the bag, you've got to catch the ball, and you're a moving target, and you really can go only one way. When you're thinking going back to the bag, if that throw goes away from you, I mean, you can't readjust your movement and go back to the ball. But this is not the first time I've seen it. We actually had a situation when I was with the Cubs for a while. They played the first baseman behind the runner. So when you're throwing to first base and trying to keep him on, you're throwing, and the runner's between you and the first baseman. I forget whose bright idea that was, but that lasted about 4 games into spring.
Well, when you hit the first 4 guys throwing to first.
You did. You hit like 6 of them.
Merton fouls it back, 1-2.
But this is totally different when you're playing in front of the bag. I mean, you don't have the danger of hitting a base runner. And none of the Giants pitchers have really had a problem with it, which is really the one reason that you would put doing it. If guys are uncomfortable with it, they haven't been.
1-2 to Matt Merton. Fowler with a 1-out single is at first. Johnson with 8 strikeouts. Fowler goes. Swinging a bouncing ball right where Burris was. And Fowler will head over to third. First and third with 1 out.
Well, you could not have executed that any better. If Fowler does not go, this is a double play and they're out of the inning. And you can see the explosive start from the 6'4" Fowler. For a tall runner, I mean, he's quick. Usually guys that tall or long-legged, they take a while to get going. Not with him.
So here's Helton. The Rockies 90 feet from being on the board in a 2-0 ball game. Helton 1 for 2. He had an infield hit in the 4th. We're starting to see some action now down in the Giants bullpen. Johnson will check on Merton.
I think too, when Randy Johnson throws at first base, you better be set to go because he's not going to lob one over to you.
Brendan Metters getting loose. Helton breaks his bat. There's one. There's a pair. And that ends the inning. Johnson gets the double play ball, and it stays 2-0 Giants.
Arrowhead go out and almost hit Travis Ishikawa at first base.
Here's Sandoval, breaking ball for a strike.
I mean, that was close.
Infielders, especially corner infielders, catchers, umpires, pitchers, even the hitter, on-deck hitter, they all have to be careful with the bats these days.
Well, I'm not sure if Ishikawa saw it because the ball went on the ground. He went back to the bag to find the bag, and then all of a sudden the bat head drops right by his feet.
I mean, should he add coaches into that mix? 2 balls and 1 strike. Molina and then Rowan. And there's a shot up the middle for a base hit.
Yeah, he can hit.
All right, Sunday, May 3rd. That's this Sunday. It's Giants Solar Unbelievable Cap Day to the first 20,000 fans. They're going to get that solar cap. People are going to stop you and say, where in the heck did you get that? Remember, it's going to happen on Sunday. It's brought to you by PG&E. Go to sfgiants.com or call 877-4-SFG-TIX. And Molina swings and misses 0-1. Sacrifice fly in the 3rd. Here he drives one into right center field. This has hit a ton, but Fowler is now going to circle underneath it. 1 out.
Clinton Rush, the lefty, Matt Daly, the righty, starting to get up now for Clint Hurdle's Rockies.
Here's Rowan.
That's what leadoff hitters getting on will do to you when you start to get deep in a ball game.
In the 90s now, pitch count for Jimenez. Rowan tops this one to Atkins. Atkins will go to first. Rowan is retired. Lewis coming up with Sandoval in scoring position. Rowan 0 for 3. Lewis had an infield hit, and then he bounced back to the pitcher. Lewis an RBI opportunity. He's only got 1 on the year. And that one got by Iannetta. I don't know if that caught Paul Emmel, the home plate umpire. It did, however, stay close enough to keep Sandoval at second.
All right, who do you get? Who is the victim?
Never got to Emmel.
No, sort of
rattled around.
Hit Iannetta right there in the heel of his glove.
I mean, that gives you an idea of the amount of movement that Jimenez had.
Oh, he is off the charts movement, but you know, you put that kind of movement with velocity together, that's a rough assignment. The only thing lacking is consistency to location, and when he locks in on those certain nights, he could throw a no-hitter just to stay in shape. He's got that kind of stuff, but I mean, in his young career, he just has not been able to be consistent with his command.
Inside to Lewis, 2 balls and 1 strike. Lewis flips one into left center field. Fowler will put it away. Giants strand Sandoval. Here comes the 7th. 2-0 Giants. 7th inning. Garrett Atkins to lead it off. He's 0 for 2. Atkins takes wide. 1 ball and no strikes. Atkins is struck out and he's popped out. Two and 0. There's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike.
I'm convinced that he has equal or maybe even better command with that slider than the fastball.
To throw it for a strike?
Oh, yeah.
There's Valdez getting loose. Foul, 2 and 2.
You know, and you're aware of the fastball, but throughout the majority of his career, I mean, you didn't concern yourself with anything when you first got in there other than that fastball because he was throwing it high 90s at you. You had to gear up for that. Then all of a sudden he dropped that nasty slider, perhaps one of the greatest breaking balls in the history of the game. And he was able to throw it 3-2, 3-1 consistently. You never, ever could get comfortable against the guy. Plus the unusual release point, the low 3/4 release.
Got him. See ya. Nice strikeout. Here's Amy G.
Hey guys, Brian Wilson has definitely been accused of having strange hair, but we saw something really strange Wednesday night, bottom of the 8th, and that was Brian Wilson on deck. He had to borrow Rich Aurelia's helmet, and Tim Lincecum comes back. He's only had 2 ABs his entire Major League career. I asked him, what were you thinking when you were in the circle? And he said, I was thinking I was going yard. He is a confident guy. Wayne?
I know all about that.
He is a character, I'll say that much.
Here's Spilbors. Lifted to right. Randy Wynn puts it away. Long run for Randy Wynn. Right fielder's guard triples alley, but not a problem for the Giants right fielder. And here's Tulowitzki.
If you had had to pick any starter or any pitcher for that matter on this Giants staff to come out tonight and pitch, you would have picked this guy because he just does not let distractions of the conditions, wind, rain, none of it even matter. His focus was absolutely to the glove, and he has been spectacular through 6 2/3.
Tulowitzki finally takes the first pitch only because he had to get out of the way. Low, 2-0, new baseball.
I agree. Get one that's got strikes in it. Be surprised how baseball can feel bad in your hand in one pitch.
Say this, Randy Johnson, this inning has taken, at times, a very long time in between pitches. Saw him do it with Garrett Atkins. Spilbors went down quickly, and there you see Johnson doing it again.
Controlling the rhythm of the game. You say it a lot. What is hitting? Hitting is timing. What does a big league pitcher do? He upsets the timing of a hitter. A lot of ways to do it.
Two and one.
He's shaking his hand, and he's looking in the Giants' dugout.
Yep, that's what I said. Like I said, this is really unusual to see him do this. And this is lifted to right. Hit pretty well. Randy Wynn battling it, and he makes the catch. 2-0 Giants. Keep an eye on the big unit.
He was something, boy. Great job.
some of what has happened here at the ballpark tonight. It's a 2-0 Giants lead. We understand we're having some transmission difficulties, so we'll describe this as the best we can. It's 2-0 with Travis Ishikawa waiting in the first pitch. A swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. Ishikawa trying to hit one into the water.
Jimenez still at 97 miles per hour with that fastball. He's been in the high 90s all night long.
And the right-hander now throws to Ishikawa, and Ishikawa swings and misses again. That time it was a breaking ball, and it's 0-2.
You won't see 2 better back-to-back pitches than what Ishikawa just saw off Jimenez. 97-mile-an-hour gas with life, and then a hard 86-mile-an-hour slider to back it up.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Ishikawa, and it's a breaking ball. This time Ishikawa took it. It's low and in. 1-2. Burris on deck. And then the pitcher spot, and it's not likely it's going to be Randy Johnson because Bobby Howery's in the bullpen. The 1-2 pitch to Ishikawa is just inside. 2-2.
Well, Randy Johnson was spectacular, and he had to look past a lot of distraction tonight with the weather, and you never would have known it. He was in control of his arm slot, his release, his command, everything. Pitched beautifully.
2-2 pitch. Ishikawa takes one in the dirt. 3-2. Giants 2, Rockies nothing. Both teams with 4 hits. Rockies have stranded 3. The Giants have stranded 4. Here's the payoff pitch to Ishikawa, and it's a shot into right field between Helton and Barmas. And Ishikawa has his second hit, and he's aboard with nobody out. And here's Emmanuel Burris.
Well, he worked himself into a count in his favor where he was going to have to get a challenge to the strike zone from Jimenez. He had got the good fastball right there at the belt, jumped all over it, and he really is starting to swing the bat better.
Indeed he is. Emmanuel Burris may be asked to bunt him over. Yeah, we would like to apologize for our transmission problems. You can't see the game, but you can hear it. Here's Burris. Jimenez steps off and bluffs Ishikawa back to first base. Nate Scherholtz is on deck. Jimenez the high set, and the pitch to Burris, who bunts it foul as it rolls in foul territory down the third base line, and it's 0-1.
Well, by design, they're trying to bunt that ball down the first base line. Right now, Garrett Atkins, a third baseman for the Rockies, is playing very shallow in at third base. If you're going to bunt the ball up the third base line, it's got to be perfect, because as shallow as he is in anticipation of that bunt, he will have a play at second if it's a hard bunt.
Here's the 0-1, and Burris bunts it foul again, third base side, and now it's 0-2. This is not like you're bunting for a hit where it has to be perfect, and it looks like that's what Emmanuel Burris is trying to do.
Well, not an easy thing to get that 97-mile-an-hour fastball that's got some fuzz working away from the left-handed hitting Burris down the right side of the field. I mean, the movement of the ball is going to take you to third base.
The pitch to Burris, and it hit him. He threw him a slider. It hit him in the back. And now the Giants have runners at first and second with nobody out. And Bruce Bochy may call Scherholtz back. And he is. So Nate Scherholtz is not going to hit, as he may put up someone that is a little better designed to bunt.
Well, if you got a starting pitcher sitting in the dugout right now who is a good bunter, put him up there.
And it's going to be Eugenio Velez. I only saw one manager do this, Mike, and that was Frank Robinson, where he would send up a pitcher, and then if the pitcher didn't get the job done with 2 strikes, then he'd send up a pinch hitter. And he's the only guy I've ever seen do it.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, who takes more practice bunting than pitchers?
Right.
Pitchers are bunting every day, and they bunt for a long time. Maybe today, because you have expanded pitching staffs and you have 12-man staffs, 7-member bullpens. I mean, you don't have that many bench players, so why not use a pitcher in a bunt situation?
The reason for all this time is Bob Apodaca had gone out to talk to Jimenez. Eugenio Velez is now at the plate, with Ishikawa at second and Burris at first. And Randy Wynn in the on-deck circle, and we'll see if Velez tries to move the runners along. And he shortens up the bunt, and he bunts it foul. He bunted a high fastball, which is a very tough pitch to bunt, and he bunted it off of Iannetta, and it's 0-1. Bunting is like hitting. You want to bunt a strike. Giants looking to tack on here in the 7th inning. A 2-0 lead for San Francisco. And at third is Atkins. The pitch to Velez, and he bunts it at Atkins. And it's a good bunt. Atkins barehands it and throws to first. And Velez is retired, and both runners move up.
That was not an easy pitch to bunt. 98-mile-an-hour fastball that was right up around the letters with movement running away from the left-handed hitting Velez. And it's so easy to pop that high fastball at that velocity up. The fact that he got it down perfectly down the third base line is a testimony to his bunting skills. Nice job.
Runners at second and third, and Randy Wynn is coming up, and the infield is now pulled in. Randy Wynn 0 for 2. He scored a run. Infield in, the pitch to Wynn. Swinging a fly ball to left. Moving back is Merton. Merton makes the catch. Tagging is Ishikawa. Here's the throw home. Not in time. Ishikawa scores. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, the one at bat that they were so dismal in the entire month of April was the runner at third base, less than 2 out AB. Tonight they've had 2 situations where they've been able to pull it off. First it was Benji Molina, and now here Randy Wynn with an outstanding at bat. Just a situation lay be. You think it would be easy, it's not. And when it's executed, it needs to be pointed out. That's just good hitting.
Renteria stands in with Burris at second, and now there are 2 outs. It's 3-0 Giants. Renteria 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the pitch. Swinging a broken bat right back to Jimenez. A little soft line drive, and that will end the inning. Giants pick up a run. We will head to the 8th. 3-0 San Francisco. Over Colorado, and Bobby Howry is the new pitcher.
Take a look at the numbers for Bobby Howry. 11th game that he's been in, 0-2. 9 strikeouts in 8 1/3.
So Howry will face Chris Iannetta, Clint Barmas, pitcher spot. Iannetta 0 for 2 against Johnson. And the first pitch is outside and high. 1 ball and no strikes. Johnson went 7 innings, 4 hits, no earned runs, no runs at all, no walks, 9 strikeouts. 1 ball and no strikes to Iannetta. Howry throws. Breaking ball almost hit Iannetta, and now it's 2-0.
Howry, a fastball slider split pitcher.
Two balls and no strikes. Howry deals, swinging a foul back. Iannetta had a good cut. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. It's amazing when you have a former hitting coach as a manager. 3-0 lead, 2-0 counts, hacking.
Yeah, I mean, that's a count. With a new pitcher coming in, if it was Roger Craig at the helm, you're taking a pitch. And his reason was simple.
Here's the 2-1. Swinging a high and long drive to left. This one is way back and way gone. And it's now 3-1. Howry gives up a very long home run. Iannetta's 4th of the year.
A little slider that had some severe hang time on it. And that contact was loud. Look at the replay, just a slider that just sort of hung up there on the belt, and that's going to be it. Bruce Bochy's coming in. He's seen enough.
Well, Seth Smith was announced as the pinch hitter, and he's a left-handed hitter. So Seth Smith is the hitter, and Jeremy Affeld is going to be the pitcher. Stay with us. We'll be back. You see the numbers for Affel. We would like to apologize. We know you do not have a picture, and everybody's working on it, including my partner. So we are going to give you and describe all the action that we can here at AT&T Park.
Yeah, hand me that Phillips head, will you?
No problem.
The numbers for Affel are good. In 12 games, his ERA 2.799, strikeouts in 9 2/3. He's allowed 13 runners in 9 2/3 innings. That's outstanding.
Here's the pitch to Smith, and it's up and in. 1 ball and no strikes.
Affel used to be a Colorado Rocky. Knows a lot of these Rocky players. You know, I was finishing that point up about Roger Craig and why he would have a hitter take in a 2-0 situation with a new pitcher coming out of the pen. Because he knew, how, having been a pitcher, how hard it was to throw a strike when you're coming in out of the bullpen. Now we have a situation right here. Affeld's throwing 2 pitches, really hasn't been close to the strike zone. And until you get into the strike zone, there's a little bit of a grip going on out there. The first strike settles it down, it all calms and goes away. But Roger liked to put the pressure on the pitcher. He would take a pitch here.
2-0 pitches high, 3-0.
And it looks like Seth Smith is going to take a pitch or 2.
He's hot. 6 hits in his last 11 at bats. The 3-0. Right there, 3-1.
What we have seen consistently from Affeld is great stuff. Talking low to high 90s fastballs with just a disappearing curveball.
Three-one pitch. Outside corner at the knees. 3-2.
That's how you take away a 3-1 advantage to the hitter with location.
So true. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Affeld at the belt. The pitch is strike 3 call. A late call by Paul Emmel. And Smith is gone. 1 out here in the 8th. Boy, does that change an inning?
Oh, indeed it does. I mean, you're down 3-0 in a count. You've already got 1 run in, and everybody in that Rockies bench is starting to get a little bit, well, optimistic. And you come all the way back and go bang, 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 3 fastballs and strike out Smith. That will definitely pour the water on the enthusiasm. Nice comeback.
Ian Stewart, another left-handed hitter, is at the plate. Affeld throws to Stewart. Swinging a long drive into Triple's alley. Randy Wynn is on the move. This one is 1 hop up against the wall. And stopping at second is Stewart for a 1-out double. He smoked that one.
Yeah, he's up there looking for one thing, a fastball. And here's a fastball challenge that was out over the plate above the belt. And what we found out watching that pitch is that Stewart can hit a high fastball. I mean, you cannot hit a ball any harder in the big leagues and not have a home run.
It's true. Dexter Fowler is 1 for 3. He's at the plate with Stewart at second and 1 out. A run in on the Ionetta home run. 3-1 Giants. Fowler, long and rangy. Sandoval in at third, and the pitch to Fowler is a breaking ball down low. The big curveball misses. 1 ball and no strikes. Fowler's wearing a number that could never be worn in San Francisco. Number 24. The 1-0 pitch to Fowler. Down low, 2-0. Dave Righetti's coming out.
Well, I think what he sees in Affeld is Affeld's a little quick right now. He's in kind of a quick rhythm. Go out there and calm him down a little bit, slow him down a little bit. And always, I mean, it gets repeated all the time when a pitching coach will go out there and you say, listen, pick up your target, keep your eyes on the target, don't watch the ball after you throw it. Just basic fundamental throwing skills, but sometimes you need to hear them. Get refocused to your target. And then, once you pick up your target, try and throw right through it.
2 balls and no strikes. Righetti back into the dugout. Fowler back into the batter's box. Affeld looking into Benji Molina. Matt Merton is on deck. Affeld throws. Swinging a foul out of play. To the club level to our right. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Fowler was up there trying to tie this ball game up.
Giants straight away in the outfield. On the infield, all 4 infielders respecting the speed of Dexter Fowler. Affeld at the belt. He takes a peek at second, and he throws, and Fowler takes low. It's 3-1. Fowler in the driver's seat. 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's Affeld. And the pitch. And bounces it to short. Renteria has it. He throws it to Ishikawa. Fowler's gone. Staying at second is Stewart. And here's Merton.
Now, Jeremy Affeld is doing it the hard way. He's worked himself in counts where he's had to pitch from behind. A 3-0 comeback strikeout for Clint Barmas, then a first pitch double off the bat of the pinch hitter Stewart. And here in a 3-1 count, he gets the ground ball from Dexter Fowler. But, 3-ball counts are not a pitcher's friend.
Here's Matt Merton. Merton, 1 for 3 off of Randy Johnson. And Affeld winds and throws, and it's low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. The Rockies a run on 6 hits. The Giants 3 runs on 5 hits. Stewart at second base. And now Merton asks for time as Affeld and Molina trying to figure out what they want to throw.
We noticed when Randy Johnson left the field after the 7th inning, he was kind of shaking his hand a little bit. We just got word from Dave Gresham, the head trainer, that everything's fine.
The other thing, too, Mike, is the amount of time he was taking at certain times between pitches. And now Merton again gets tired of waiting. And Affeld and Molina trying to get on the same page. Every pitch now very important. Brian Wilson starts to walk down to the bullpen. 1 ball and no strikes. Affeld and Molina are ready, and so's Merton. And the Giants left-hander throws, and Merton takes a breaking ball for a strike to even the count.
Man, that's a big league 1-0 pitch right there. You know what Merton's sitting on, and Merton's got power. There isn't a member in this Rocky lineup that doesn't have strength to knock a ball out of the ballpark. And in 1-0 counts, they're not looking for big curveballs. That 1-0 curveball from Affeld was a beauty, and it definitely stole strike 1.
Affeld again at the belt, and now the pitch. Breaking ball is low. 2 balls and 1 strike. So he tried to duplicate that pitch, and it just missed. 3-1 Giants here in the top of the 8th inning. Iannetta led off the inning with a long home run to left off of Bobby Howry. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and there's a strike at the knees, 2-2. I'd like to thank everybody for their patience as we try to get the picture back. I understand that it's back now, so thanks for hanging in there with us. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stewart at second. Down low, 3-2.
Muscled up, a little bit of an overthrow there. And that's one thing that it's very easy to do when you've got strikeout stuff. You get to a 2-strike count, especially in the situation where you're facing the tying run, and you simply reach back. And as you reach back and try and throw harder, your rhythm just changes ever so much. And it can take you out of the strike zone.
3-2. See what Affeld does here to Merton. On the ground into the hole. Renteria's got a tough play. His throw, not in time. Merton beats it out. And Todd Helton's going to hit.
Well, they had shaded Merton towards the middle of the diamond, and Renteria had to come across his body. And in going a long way to his right, he really didn't have much time because of the speed of Merton to set his feet. It was kind of an all-arm throw, and they just could not get the speedy Merton.
Here's Helton. And now Affeld will throw to first. Helton, if these notes are correct, has never faced Jeremy Affeld. breaking ball, and Helton was spinning out of the way, 0-1.
Well, you're definitely at a huge disadvantage as a left-handed hitter seeing Jeremy Affeld's curveball for the first time. But now he's seen it. And the second time is not quite as easy to buckle a guy.
One ball and one strike. He threw it again. Valdez and Wilson. Stewart at third, Merton at first. 3 hits in the inning in a 3-1 ball game. Renteria knocks it down. A run's going to score. It's 3-2. It'll be an RBI for Helton, and Bruce Bochy's coming out. We're going to have a pitching change when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. We'll be back.
So a home run broke the string of scoreless zeros. Jimenez a strong 7 innings, but not as strong as the brilliant 7 from Randy Johnson. A nice strikeout, 4-hit night, did not allow a run in 7 innings. And now it is up to Brian Wilson to try and save this game for Randy Johnson.
First pitch strike to Atkins.
The numbers for Brian Wilson. This will be his 12th appearance, 1-0 on the year. He's 5 for 6 in save opportunities.
Down low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Merton at second, Helton at first. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Going to the outside corner, just misses it a bit wide. 3 pitches, 3 fastballs. He's trying to get to that 2-strike count and save that slider for a 2-strike surprise.
2-2.
And there he had to show it to him to get the second strike. And that was perfect at 88 miles per hour. That is a nasty pitch. But the element of surprise with that pitch is gone.
Tight, 3-2. Benji Molina figured that there was a spot open there.
Well, I like the idea. I mean, you've gone away with the fastball. Now you establish that really nasty slider in the outside corner. And once outside is established, inside opens up.
Runners will go. On the ground into the hole. Renteria keeps it onto the infield, and the bases are loaded.
That's a great play right there. That saves a tie ball game. And that's really all he was trying to do. That ball's so deep in the hole, there's not going to be any chance for him to get the out at first. And with Sandoval going over there, no chance for third, but the fact that he was able to stop that ball from getting out to left field and Fred Lewis preserved the lead. So we add a little more drama here to the top of the eighth.
Spilborghs is 2 for 5 lifetime against Wilson. 1 ball and no strikes. Rockies have scored twice. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Inside corner. Staying in.
1 and 2.
Now you could go right back in there again, or you could take advantage of the 1-2 count and try and get him with a little slider down below the strike zone away. But this is just a beautiful pitch. You talk about nailing the inside corner. When a fastball hitter gets up there looking fastball and he can't pull off a swing, you've made a great pitch.
1 and 2 to Spilborghs. They're going away. 2 and 2.
4 pitches, 4 fastballs. And this is his option here with the 2-2 count. He's got 1 pitch before he has to get back in that strike zone to where he can try and entice in the strike zone and have his pitch and movement take it out of the strike zone, hoping he chases.
Always interesting.
If you like drama, you got the right guy out there.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Bases are loaded. They'll be on the move. We are in the 8th inning. Got him. Unbelievable.
Wow.
3-2 Giants. Pitching to Sandoval, who bluffs a bunt, and he takes it inside for a ball, 1-0.
Matt Daly, kind of a two-pitch guy, sinker slider. Got a little funkiness to his delivery. 6'2", 175-pounder. Out of Garden City, New York, rookie.
Sandoval out of play.
Daly signed as a non-drafted free agent back in 2004. Came up through the Colorado system. Those are great stories. When guys don't even get drafted, they get signed, and they make it to the big leagues. Well, here's one.
Sandoval swings and misses, 1-2. Ian Stewart stays in the game. He's at second. Benji Molina to follow, and then Aaron Rowan. If you're going to pick a spot to be in this Giants lineup to add some insurance, it would be right here. Sandoval's got a couple of hits. Pops this one up. Atkins puts it away.
Well, tune into the Bay Area's #1 rated 11 p.m. newscast. That would be NBC Bay Area tonight at 11. And wake up with traffic and weather on NBC Bay Area. Weekday morning starting at 4:30 a.m. NBC Bay Area News, the best in the Bay.
Rockies had 5 hits in the top of this inning.
Won a home run, and they scored 2 runs.
Here's Molina. 0 for 2, a sacrifice fly. And he swings and misses, 0-1.
And if you're Randy Johnson, who's watching this game in the Giants clubhouse, sitting on 296 wins, 4 away from the magic 300, a little bit more drama than he would prefer.
Yeah, more drama than any of us would prefer. On the ground, slowly hit, and it ends up being a fair ball. Benji Molina didn't think it was going to be fair. It looked like it started out foul and kicked fair. Molina retired. And here's Aaron Rowan.
Well, see if this ball hits and then kicks left and then kicks right. How about just hug the line right over the bag? That's a fair ball. Once it gets past the third base bag, it becomes the third base umpire's call. Bruce Dreckman there making the fair call and the right call.
Rowan 0 for 3. Outside for a ball, 1-0. Rowan struck out in the second, bounced out in the third, bounced out in the sixth. Daly throws, and Rowan fouls it back. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good swing.
The deeper the ball gets into Aaron Rowan, the better swings he's been taking.
Well, he's definitely found the right side of the field this homestand. A lot of nice at-bats going to right.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
He was tardy on that one.
The difference in this game right now is a Randy Wynn sacrifice fly in the 7th. Good take. 2-2.
Yeah, not an easy one. That slider was right where you want to throw it. Down below the strike zone. Good teaser.
If you're thinking about the 9th, then you should be. Tulowitzki, Iannetta, and then a pinch hitter. In sight or in tight to Rowan, it's 3-2. And I would bet that it would be Brad Hopp.
Who's been hot?
Payoff pitch coming up to Rowan. Hit to right. Hit pretty well. Spilbor's back. Spilbor's is going to make a basket catch in front of the wall. Here comes the 9th. a no TV game is Wilson about ready to throw to Tulowitzki. And it's a strike. And it'll be Barry Zito on the mound for the Giants on Sunday. So please join us. Tulowitzki is 1 for 3. In tight, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tulowitzki has faced Brian Wilson 4 times. He's 1 for 4.
Good slider at 91 miles per hour. You saw the defensive changes. Nate Sherholtz comes to the game to right field, and Randy Wynn goes over to left. And this is as nasty can be when you're throwing a high-velocity cutter and you're nailing down that outside location.
Down low, 2-2. The 2 pitch. 3-2.
Well, nobody likes to get himself into a 3-2 pitch so consistently.
Here's the payoff. Popped up. Right field. Sherholtz. 1 out. Iannetta led off the 8th against Bobby Howry. And this one almost brought rain.
Just a hanging slider. And that's the type of ball that you throw it, you expect it to get hit.
One ball and no strikes to Iannetta. Brad Hopp is on deck. From Paul Emmel to even the count.
That's the one thing about Wilson, though. It's pretty consistent because he does have good mechanics. He's able to paint both sides of the plate with that fastball.
Outside and low, 2-1. 3-2 Giants here in the 9th inning.
Pretty close pitch. I think the reason they didn't get it was because Benji Molina had set up on the outside corner. But now another 3-ball count, and this is where Iannetta, a guy with power, can get greedy.
Fred, you can cheat a little bit as a hitter. And he fouls it out of play. It's 3-2.
I mean, one thing about Wilson, though, I mean, it's almost like he's used to the 3-ball count. He gets the 3-2 more than anybody who closes games. But he always seems to be able to come up with that pitch when he absolutely has his back up against the wall.
3-2 to Iannetta. Fouled at the plate. Iannetta tried to check his swing.
Wilson followed that in. He took a long look at plate umpire Paul Emmel as if to say, where was it? I mean, two things that run by your mind if you're a pitcher is, A, it's a strike in the first place, and B, how can a guy in a 3-2 pitch take a pitch that close? And you can see the reaction from Wilson saying, wow.
Here's Brad Hopp. 0 for 3 against Wilson with 3 strikeouts. Throw that all away. On the knees, 0-1.
The backdoor slider, perfect.
That was the 27th pitch thrown by Wilson.
I think that's the reason why they're starting to get the bullpen going. Brandon Mitter's up trying to get loose in a hurry. Shouldn't take him too long. He's already been up once. That's the other thing, too. I mean, so far, consistently, when Wilson's gone out there, he's used a lot of pitches to close out innings.
Indeed he has. The 1-1 to Hop. 1-2. Iannetta at first. 1-2 to Brad Hop. Hit into right field. Sherholtz moving over. Still moving over, and he makes the running catch.
That ball was moving away from him.
It was. And like we said, that's right the way the wind is blowing.
I mean, what looked to be a routine play off the crack of the bat became quite interesting when the wind finally got hold of it and started to push it away from Nate Sherholtz. It's nice to have some foot speed to be able to run down that movement. Wow.
Here's Stewart, who hit a booming double in the 8th inning. Outside and low, 1 ball and no strikes. Outfield as deep as you can go. Sherholtz protecting Triple's alley. Two balls and no strikes.
Trying to nibble that outside location with that slider. You see the deep set there with the outfield. The goal being you do not want the double to get by him in a gap. Now Benjamin is going to call timeout and talk about it.
Molina back behind the dish. Stewart ahead in the count, 2-0.
Did not give in to the fastball on the 2-0 count. Staying with that slider, working that outside corner. I mean, you know what Iannetta's sitting on. And he has not got one fastball in this at-bat.
Three and 1 to Stewart.
And that is absolute perfect location on the 3-1 count. The first fastball he sees, he can't get a swing out to it because the location's ideal. Knee-high paint.
Well, now Iannetta gets to take off. And Wilson is ready. Iannetta goes. Got him, and that's the ball game. Brian Wilson's 35th pitch was a swing and a miss by Ian Stewart, and Randy Johnson picks up his 297th win in his career.